Yeah. Yeah, feel really good. You know, um, it's a big step facing hitters. You know, it was like I said, I threw a lot of bullpens before I got here, so taking the 4 days off, we didn't seem like was a big deal. And then today to get 2 ups and feel really good out there, and now afterwards. So I think the plan is to see how everything recovers this week, and then go from there.
Your your fastball may have touched 100. That cool?
Yeah. You know, I was trying to make a couple mechanical adjustments, and it's helping me stay through the ball. You know, the only thing I didn't really like out of today was my slider was a little inconsistent, but you know, that'll come. I was getting around it a little bit. I'm trying to shorten up my arm path a little bit. I noticed it was getting a little long, so trying to get back to where it kind of used to be. I was kind of getting outside of my mechanics. I didn't like how my arm was coming up, and you know, trying to make some changes with that. So, like I said, slider was not very good today, but you know, I was able to locate the fastball and pretty much throw it where I wanted to.
The velocity would indicate that 100%.
Yeah.
No issues. This is
Yeah.
over with.
Yeah, I feel really good. So, you know, the goal is to keep it there. So, like I said, tomorrow's off, reassess Friday, and come up with a plan moving forward.
Do you think you'll be ready opening day?
I think so. Yeah.
I noticed pitch timer was on. Was that your first time throwing with a pitch timer?
That was my first time. You know, talking to Mike about it, just kind of where it was at. It was tough to see. You know, so I wasn't really going by it, but Mike was paying attention and was like, hey, you're within it the whole time. And I felt like I was working at my normal pace. So
Jacob, did you throw to hitters previously?
before I came here?
No, while you were here. Have you thrown a previous live BP?
Here?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you in Florida?
No,
Okay.
I was just throwing bullpens there. It's kind of hard to find guys that want to.
Step in.
Well, I mean, just as far as, you know, finding a place to do it and all that wasn't that easy to set up.
So next step would be reassess on Friday. You feel like if everything is ready, your next step should be to pitch in a game?
I would like to think so. You know, it's always an interesting thing for me because, you know, when somebody steps in, I have a hard time not trying to get people out. So, like I said, like today, you know, I felt like my fastball was where I wanted it and the intensity was there. So, you know, hopefully the next step is in the game.
What was the specific approach today? I know you mentioned it was the first time throwing the batters in
Yeah.
a pretty long time.
You know, try to locate the fastball. You know, that's what you pitch off of. So, you know, like I said, I was really happy where I was throwing the fastball. It was just mainly my slider. My changeup was good today. Mixed in curveballs, I felt like they were good. It was just, you know, slider was a little inconsistent. But, you know, I think that's part of the mechanical adjustment that I'm making, trying to figure out the timing of where everything's supposed to be and not get around it.
So the slider is 90-91, and the
Mhm.
changeup's 90-91 also, right?
Mhm.
And then the curveball is more 83, 84 typically. Is that
Mhm.
about right? Okay.
About right, yeah.
I was just trying to go by what
Yeah.
I was saying. You got a 99 on the MLB The Show ratings this year. Is that appropriate for you?
I don't know. I try not to look at too much of that stuff. You know, I just try to focus on going out there and pitching and putting us in a position to win. You know, I try to go out there and do my best. That's all you can do. As long as you can look yourself in the mirror afterwards and know you gave 100%.
Are
So
you a show? Do you play The Show?
I don't.
Have you ever?
I think a long time ago, but I haven't played in a long
So
time.
you don't check your ratings out?
No.
It's a scale to 2.